Good evening and welcome to a special recording of the Recovery Oracle. My name is Beta and I am grateful to have you in this space with me. Tonight we're going to talk about a very, very important topic for the sake of recovery and for the sake of navigating through it. And that topic is triggers. Right now, you may not be alone in themes of triggering, in things that you thought that maybe you processed and got rid of that are coming up in your headspace and knocking at the doors of your mind and being very persistent with that knocking. And I am here to talk to you and help you understand a little bit of why that is happening so that we can navigate through this and get through it together, because you are not alone. I am personally going through it myself, things that I thought that I was healed of, and other people that I know in recovery are going through it as well. So first we're going to talk about why this is happening according to the planets. So right now I asked ChatGPT to kind of give me a rundown of what the planets were doing, because I have been hearing some astrologers talk about it on YouTube, but I just wanted to get my own thing that I could read to you guys really quickly. So right now, okay, so first of all, we have Uranus is sextile Neptune. So on August 28th, Uranus and Gemini formed a rare sextile with Neptune retrograde in Aries. That doesn't need to mean anything to you. What it means is this alignment brings a burst of creative intuition, visionary thinking, and spiritual insight. It's a time when illusions dissolve and clarity emerges, an awakening of imagination and spiritual vision. The last time this happened was in the 1960s, and the next time it happens won't be until the year 2137. So unprecedented times for our lifetime, for a lot of you probably watching, maybe not all of you. There could be some boomers in the audience here. I hope there is. Yeah, so, and it won't happen again for like another 112 years or something. So that's bringing up, illusions dissolve, clarity emerges. But the important one is, okay, so the important one is the Saturn in Pisces. Saturn is transiting through Pisces, a placement known for introducing subtle yet powerful inner challenges, often described in Vedic astrology as a time of divine testing. It's akin to the Kabbalistic ideas of spiritual trials, lessons that call upon us to respond with maturity, resilience, and conscious growth. Saturn's energy urges accountability and self-discipline through reflection and correction. So basically right now we are kind of being tested universally to see if things that we have gone through before, if we're handling them differently. And then that comes into, okay, so that also comes into the with the Kabbalistic resonance, right? So in Kabbalistic thought, each planetary and zodiac archetype corresponds to spiritual lessons. Moments of discomfort and testing are seen as opportunities to refine the soul and align more deeply with the divine will. So this right now, hold on a second. So yeah, so in Kabbalah, cosmic tests aren't punishment. They're invitations for tikkun, or soul correction. What's surfacing now lines up with several deep archetypal themes. With Saturn in Pisces, it's Binah, it's understanding. So Saturn corresponds with Gevura, discipline, and sometimes Binah, understanding, depending on the context. In Pisces, a water sign of disillusion, Saturn becomes a refiner of illusions. Kabbalistically, this is like being pressed through the womb of Binah, where soul fragments are reformed. Testing comes as, do you still fall into old patterns, or do you choose restraint and conscious mercy? Uranus Neptune sextile is da'at, or hidden knowledge. So I hate that word. Uranus represents sudden awakening, like chakma, flash of wisdom. Neptune symbolizes mystical union. Their sextile lights up da'at, the knowledge bridge between mind and heart. Collective visions, prophetic dreams, and intuitive downloads are heightened, which explains all the ascension symptoms, people's spiritual abilities coming online. But da'at also tests whether we distort truth into fantasy or anchor insight into grounded reality. Virgo energy is tied to Yesod, integration, purification of the vessel. The two Virgo new moons, August 23rd and September 21st, we're in this like portal of two new moons in Virgo with a Pisces full moon in the middle. So there's a double emphasis on cleaning the vessel before divine flow descends into Malkut, or physical manifestation. So cleaning the vessel, preparing yourself before physical manifestations come in. Old habits and ego scripts come back so we can rewrite them. This echoes the Kabbalistic idea that during Elul, the Hebrew month we're entering, the king is in the field. Divine presence is close, but also watching how we prepare for a new cycle. So then Mercury, Ketu in Leo, Tiferet, harmony, ego, transcendence. So Mercury rules communication and intellect. In Leo, ruled by the sun, ego and self-expression are loud. Ketu brings detachment and karmic purging. This is like these karmic cycles, right? We're closing out all this, like your karmic, all that's been coming through my readings, and several other people's. So in Kabbalah, this is a test of the Tiferet. Can you align heart, mind, and speech with truth, or will you fall into vanity and confusion? It's an idea of purging it's a purging of false light moment, necessary to make space for the real radiance. So how we respond right now to these things coming up kind of sets up the rest of the year, or the year to come for us. And if you respond differently than you have in the past, coming from a place of higher understanding, that you've like learned lessons from things, and you don't fall for those triggers, you don't fall into those old ways of thinking, those limiting beliefs, the fear, the lack. If you don't fall into those things, then this following, at the end of this 30-day cycle, what is it, September 21st or 23rd, you've got a year of like blessings and manifestations coming in, and you've cleared your vessel to make room for those blessings to come in. If you do respond the way you used to in your old ways, you're setting yourself up on that path to continue. So you're continuing the cycle. You're going back in for another lesson for another year. So keeping that in mind, you are not the only one going through these triggering times. You're not the only one having, drug dreams and things come up that you thought that you had gotten rid of, that were out the door. I was very triggered today, and I have not been. And I talked to my boyfriend, who is almost 1,000 miles away, and he's like, yeah, I was feeling it today too. I'm really glad you brought it up. I was kind of afraid to bring it up to you. And I'm like, yeah, I was kind of afraid to bring it up to you too, because I'm like, I've changed, I'm different now, and like, where is this coming from? But what I did differently today than I've done in the past, instead of how I handled it, was instead of trying to shove it down and be like, no, I'm trying to stay high vibe, I don't want to think about that kind of stuff, like, ew, I'm not thinking about that, like, I'm in this high vibe state. I was like, why is this coming in? And I looked at it, and I analyzed it, and I picked it apart, and I looked it square in the face, and I'm like, okay, so I'm recalling these memories of using. I'm recalling these people and these, these situations, because I am being reminded of how far I've come. And like, God really wants me to reflect on that and give myself some credit. I haven't slowed down to give myself the credit I deserve for how much I've healed and how far I've come. And I don't have that here. So what I did is I made a list of, since 10/10 of last year, when I got clean, I was hospitalized with like severe infected burns on my hand and on my leg. I have 30 stitches on my leg and a skin graft on my hand. They were green. I overdosed 6 times in 4 days. And I fell asleep, and there was a fire in my mattress that burned me, and I didn't wake up to my own self being burnt. My roommate smelt the smoke and came and carried me out, and I didn't wake up till we were at the front door, and she was screaming at me that the house was on fire. So that was my last wake-up call. So I really needed to slow down and write down everything that I've healed and how far I've come, and everything that I've done differently in the last 11 months. And I needed to give myself that credit, and I needed to see it written down and sit with that and realize like what a big fucking deal I am, and give myself credit for that, because that's where I'm putting my power. And you can take, instead of having fear about those memories and pushing them away and not wanting to look at them, if you look them square in the face, you have the power over them, and they no longer have the power over you. And that is how you know you've changed. And that's a huge marker for self-development and showing God how far you've come. And now is the time to do that. So if you're going through anything, sit with it and look it square in the eye and try to think of why. Because if God wants our highest and greatest good in everything that comes into our head is going to be for our highest and greatest good for some reason, because it needs to be recognized and let go with love. It needs to be resolved. It needs healing, right? It needs attention. So you let those things go with love. You say, thank you for the lesson. Okay, now I see, like, thank you for this lesson. I appreciate it. Like, oh, what a pleasure this happened to me, because look at where I am now. So don't just try to shove it away right now, and especially this time of year with what's going on with the planets. All of this stuff is coming up, so we can get it out permanently and we can solve it and do something about it. So sorry for that. We're 13 minutes in. I've done a lot of talking, but I feel that this is my job. If I'm going to have a channel where I am speaking to people about their divine path, and trying to help people overcome addiction as I have for myself, these are the kinds of things that we need to talk about. And it's, I want to pull your cards for you and let you know what's going on in your life. But there's a lot of people are going through it right now, and just know that this is like the final cycle of it, the final kind of test, before it's smooth sailing if we can get over this next like 25 days. Okay, so from the Akashic Records Oracle, I'm going to kind of ask angels and guides what we need to know right now as far as all of that goes. Jeez. Slippery cards, man. My hands are a little clammy. I was holding those rocks really tight. Kind of just, talking about real stuff isn't always easy. It's easy to get on here and like pull cards and read what the divine has to say. But when this is, a practice for me, really being authentic and speaking my truth. And this is how I'm I'm facing my fears. So thank you for being here. Please let me know in the comments if that resonates, because you're not only like helping me understand that what I am saying is making sense to somebody, but your words and your experience, strength and hope could help somebody else in a huge way. So, all right, angels and guides are the highest vibrations of love, light, and truth. For this collective in recovery, regarding what I was just discussing, what do we need to know right now? Thank you. Or what do they need to know right now regarding anything? What do you want to talk about? Detach. Exactly. All right. Detach. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. Dependence. There's something or someone you are clinging to, and it's keeping you from stepping into your light. You have everything you need to succeed, and the only approval you need is your own, with the deer on it. And I love her with the lotuses, right? If you know about lotuses, like they're the most beautiful flower, and they grow through the mud and muck to get to the surface. So they are kind of like they're like the recovery flower to me. They're kind of like the phoenix rising flower. So yeah, very, very appropriate. So detach from dependence, right? That's what we're talking about. And we can detach from our dependence on those thoughts, but not by shoving them away and saying we're not going to think about them, by looking them square in the face and handling it right then and there. And sit with it, process it, ask it why, because any negative energies that's trying to get in are not expecting you to do that. And then we have acceptance. You may be disappointed with a recent outcome. Remember, if one door closes, you are being redirected to one that will soon open to your soul's path. Acceptance, radical acceptance for the things that we cannot change. And that message came through for me this morning. Actually, I had a card that's the beloved card from whatever deck it is. Oh gosh, I don't even remember now. The Shaman's Dream, and it has a heart like on fire, and it's the beloved card, but it's like radical acceptance. And so it's really honoring all of those parts, not trying to not, I talk about not identifying, like not speaking it out into the world. I'm an addict, I'm an alcoholic, because I feel like that kind of limits us. But yes, step back, right? Step back. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective you need. Exactly. Step back and analyze it. Ask it why. But the radical acceptance thing is not trying to erase any parts of us. Because they all make us up, and they all make up the full spectrum of who we are. And who we are is God's source consciousness, like pure unconditional love. We're perfect, we're absolutely perfect how we are, and we remain this way, and we had to go through all of the things to be this way. Excuse me 1 second, my dog is scratching at the door. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. So we have to accept all of the parts of ourselves, right? And send it off and love all of those parts too, right? Sending love is how you conquer the shadow parts, as you shine light on them, and light is love. So all of those, you embrace every part of you, and you thank all the nasty things for the lessons that you learned from them, and for what who you are today because of them. And that's how you shine light on it. You're shining love on it, and that's radical acceptance for who you are completely. Accepting the things we cannot change, courage to change the things we can. And then I have speak the truth here. So speak the truth. Speak your truth. You stayed silent long enough. Speak up, stand your ground, and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. So that's kind of and find the lesson on the bottom of the deck. You've got to be kidding me. Thank you, guys. So something has happened and it stopped you in your tracks. In reality, it was simply teaching you where you needed to grow. There is no such thing as failure. So pick yourself up, learn from it, and keep going. Whoa. All right. They're here with a force. So we have dependence, detach, acceptance, step back, speak your truth. It's like, and find the lesson. It's literally like, oh my God. It's literally the formula. I've got to show you guys this. It's just crazy. I love it when they literally throw out the cards for the exact formula to solve what we're going through. So, there it is. Have dependence, detach, accept it. Step back and speak your truth. Find the lesson. Unbelievable. Okay, what a great start to a reading. Okay, thank you, angels and guides, for that. Very, very, very much. Let's get into for anybody who, let's see what angel and ascended master energy we have with us right now, because you can, so angels can't interfere, ascended masters, we have our own free will, right? So they can't interfere unless we invite them in. So let's see right now, angels and guides, what angels should we be calling upon to help us through this triggering time or difficult time in our mental space, in our emotional space, possibly you know, ruminating in old ways. What angel do we need right now? Thank you. We're angels. So Daniel, divine discernment. Trust in the message within. Trust in the messages within. They are divinely guided. So we have Daniel. So Daniel, you can call upon Archangel Daniel. Trust in the messages within. They are divinely guided. See, it's all getting us to Gabrielle. It's time to be seen. Don't be afraid of your power and gifts. All right, and then anybody else? Any other angels guiding us at this time through this time? Oh, Michael. Whew. Big dog here. Okay. Spiritual acceleration. You are experiencing spiritual upgrades. Move forward. Also, Archangel Michael is like the leader. He's like chief in command for all of the angels. And what he does is cuts cords. So if you have an energy, a situation, a mindset, a person, place, or thing that you don't want to have in your energetic space anymore, have in your mind anymore, you can call Archangel Michael in. First of all, ask him to cut the cords to that situation and imagine his sword cutting through him, and then you can ask him to put a divine protection around you. So I do this almost every day. I surround myself in divine white loving light energy, and then 7 of Archangel Michael's swords. So the whole thing is he's got 7 swords, 1 in front of me, 1 behind me, 1 to my left, 1 to my right, 1 above, 1 below, and 1 parallel within my heart space. So and then around that, his electric blue flame of transmutation, so that no negative energies can get in. They are burnt up by the fire. Any negative feelings that I am feeling, I can put out to that fire to be transmuted into love and light, and only divine love, light, and truth can penetrate my energetic space. No lower vibrational energies are welcome or permitted in my energetic space. So Archangel Michael's the big one. Yeah, they're all 3 of them, Daniel, Gabriel, they're all big ones. So if you have any needs right now, also Archangel Raphael, I say for healing. Zadkiel is he holds the violet flame of transmutation, so he can also help you take off that heavy coat of your burdens, of your your limiting beliefs and all of that. If you imagine all of that like as a heavy coat, take it off and imagine it going into a violet flame. Call on Archangel Zadkiel to help you with that. He can transmute all of that too. And then Archangel Raphael, Imagine green light around you. Ask him to come in. He is the healer. And some of you are healers, so he is probably already working with you. Let me know if you work with the angels already. And if you would like to, don't forget, you have to invite them in. And that's what they're there for. They work for God. They work for us. They want our greatest and highest good, and they want to help us. We have our own free will, so they can't intervene unless we ask them. Okay, awesome. Wow. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, let's see what we have for Ascended Masters. Okay, so, man, I really want you guys to be able to see more of the table. Can I kind of do that? But then my head gets cut off. Okay, sorry. There. Okay, there. I was kind of scrunched down. All right. Yeah, because I want you guys to be able to see these messages. So, if I put them facing you, okay, like that, maybe. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, and I'm sorry if you can't. Move the candle out of the way a little bit. There we go. Okay. Not there. Yeah. There we go. Move my fellas. Okay. Okay. Angels. Gabriel, Michael, Daniel. Detach, dependent, speak your truth, step back, acceptance. And Ascended Masters. Okay, Divine Masters. Through this, possibly triggering difficult emotional and mental time right now, I ask for your guidance for this collective of people in recovery of who they can look up to for support. Okay. Thank you. Okay, we have Buddha. Buddha is great, right? So meditation is very good at this time too. Commander Ashtar, leadership activation, time to evolve, trust in your ability to guide others. Commander Ashtar. And so those that way so you guys can see them. And then Buddha is heightened awareness, make peace with your thoughts and your world, right? So meditation, baths, all the self-care stuff right now. Working out, get those your energetic centers, like your energy meridians in your body and your chakras really open up and flowing. That excess energy from like ruminating thoughts and overthinking and anxiety, get to the gym. Run it off, walk it off, be outside in nature. Lady Nada is coming through, so with an expanded heart, openness, liberation, let yourself love and be loved. So Lady Nada, she's Lady Nada of the Pink Rose or something. She's beautiful, and I don't know her full story, but I did just talk to a lady that I go to church with who's a medium and who has actually channeled her directly and had her come through, and she was Mary Magdalene in one of her incarnations. Sanat Kumara, open channel, signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information. So Sanat Kumara. Ishtar, inner learnings, follow your heart, truth prevails. So anybody with any Egyptian previous lives or heritage, ancestry. Ishtar means, I didn't know this, but she's the goddess of love and war, and her name means the precious. And that was my my parents' nickname for me when I was little. My dad calls me Pesh. And so I was like, oh, Precious. I was like, we have the same name, Ishtar. I thought that was sweet. Okay, anybody else? Oh, we got Kuan Yin, Enlightened Action, and Lady Venus. So a lot of divine feminine energy coming out right now. And there is something going on with the planet Venus too. So call to action, power surge, earth mission, light activation, right? So when we get through this time of this, like, you know, difficult headspace over this next 20 some days, after it, like, you're being called, right? We're all kind of ascending in consciousness. It's like a mass world ascension process right now. And anybody who's in recovery, know you automatically have a divine mission, because you came here to get over that. That was a huge life lesson in Earth School. And you made it through the other side. So you better trust and know that now it's your job to help other people do that. That's kind of why you were here, why you chose the family you did, why you chose the circumstances you did, your soul did before you came here, to learn these things so that we can help others. You came to planet Earth to help others through it. So Kuan Yin, Enlightened Action, choose compassion, move forward with grace. So we have a lot of Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion. Buddha, the Buddha of compassion. She's the feminine Buddha of love and compassion. So a lot of divine feminine energy. And what is that? That's nurturing, self-care, creativity. Is that divine feminine, that allowing, that surrender, that trust. So yes, we're getting all the love through this right now. All the love. Yeah, right? Okay, Green Tara, healing light, wellness unfolding, know that healing is a journey. And I just had, and more, we've got more Egyptian feminine goddess showing up. Ma'at, divine intervention, weigh up your options, choose the highest good. This is like divine balance, divine testing to see if we pass the test. What I was going to say about the healing, right? Somebody brought up like that healing, we think we've done it, right? And we think we've gotten over something, but healing is not a linear line. It's a spiral, so it goes up, but sometimes we like circle back around to a point, but we're at a higher understanding than we were with it before, so we can handle it differently. So if you think about healing not as a line straight forward to a destination, but it's a spiral that goes up. So sometimes we do circle back around, but we're at a higher level. We're kind of ascending up this spiral, and I really like that. So a lot of energy here. Green Tara is a Tibetan, I believe Tibetan goddess. I could look into the book and find out. But yeah, so Lady Nada, Green Tara, Ishtar, and Ma'at, Kuan Yin, Lady Venus, Sunat Kumara, Buddha, and Commander Ashtar. If you want to pause or rewatch this and write those down so that you can look them up. I may even put these names in the description box. I'll try to remember to do that actually, so that you can look into them, because I don't think you guys can see all of those, and I'm going to need room on the table here. But I did want to try to. I like that I can face them towards you. I don't think I've ever seen a reader do that, where they face the cards towards the audience. That makes it a little hard on me. It's like everything's upside down. But that is nice and lovely for you to be able to see them here for a minute. So take that in. If you need to pause this, go get a pen and paper, rewind, write some things down, take notes. I will try to get it in the description box. If you don't see it, then yeah, pause it and I'll be here. Welcome back. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move these out of the way now. Let's get some tarot. Let's see what's going on for the week, for the next couple days. And I'll I'll do a I'll be doing a reading tomorrow too. So, but let's just get the energy for the next couple days. I don't know what my reading tomorrow is going to be, if I have a theme for it or not. Sometimes I wake up with, oh, I gotta talk about this. I've got to think about, or I've got to use these cards, you know. Today was one of those days where I woke up or not woke up, but you know, after I spoke to some people today, I was like, okay, I've got to get on right now and make a video about this triggering, because I know if, you know, we're not the only ones going through it. And if I have a channel on recovery, I'm going to keep everybody up to date as much as I can on what's going on with the spiritual energies and the star energies that has to do with our recovery. I am still learning about the astrology, right? So I don't have it all memorized. I don't have it all down. I don't have all my zodiac signs and the little symbols and the planets down and memorized. So I do have to refer to some charts, you know. I'm learning, but I do enjoy it. I enjoy the subject of it. I enjoy the researching of it and the figuring it out, and then the sharing of that information. So let's see. And I am, let's see, what was it? I realized today, yeah, I'm Gemini in the 4th house of communication. So I am meant to share information publicly. Like, that's what Geminis cross-pollinate. They share ideas and information. And I think it's like my global communication house is the 4th one, something like that. So let's see, wait, 4th house is I was saying your emotional home. So family and foundation supporting in all activities. So yeah, my emotional homes, who I interact with on a personal level. So I'm meant to spread information to the people I love, and that's you. So alrighty, we're gonna do a Celtic cross spread. And angels and guides, can I please get a Celtic cross for the energy currently, just like for the next 3 days? What can we expect? I'm filming this August 28th, so the 28th through the 31st, just till the end of the month. What can we expect, please? Celtic cross spread. First card. Thank you. 5 of Cups in reverse. So, yeah, coming out of maybe a period of grief or loss. It's in the reverse. So we're coming out of a period of grief and or loss, and realizing also this is about kind of like looking at the cups that are spilled over, like, oh, I've lost all the love that, like, somebody else was giving me this love and I spilt it, and now excuse me, but behind him, he's still got his own self-love and his cups, and they are more full than the 3 cups of love from somebody else ever were. So it's all, that card is kind of about realizing the love within yourself means more than anything from anybody on the outside. So it's a recognizing your self-love and coming into that understanding. Okay, and what crosses that, please? The Wise One, the Hierophant. So this is your higher power. This is your higher knowing, your highest eternal soul self guiding you at this time. This is your guides, your spiritual guides and teachers. This could be a literal guide, mentor, teacher, parent. This could be you acting as a guide, parent, teacher. This is your sponsor. This is churches, schools, systems of education, higher learning structure. Yeah, so what's crossing that is you're looking to your higher power, your higher understanding. You're seeking that for this. You're finding love within yourself, right? Okay. You're finding love, wisdom, knowledge. You're not looking to outside sources for that. You also could be a teacher or working with a teacher. You're coming out of this phase of needing anybody else's validation. So that's really good. Okay, and what covers that, please? Six of Pentacles. Okay. So the Six of Pentacles is charity. This is give and take. This is balance. This is restabilizing in the physical world. So maybe some of you are getting back into a job or a career. Excuse me. Getting a new place to live. This is restabilizing in the physical. It's also a balance of give and take. What you give out, you'll get back. And it's also a card of charity and, volunteer work and caring for others, right? This is what we do. I've been that person. And now I get to be that person. So I will never forget being that person. This is all parts of us, right? We're both people in this picture. Sometimes we need the help, and sometimes we're in the place to give the help. If we're in the place to give the help, we do. If and I'm not necessarily giving that person money because I don't have that right now, but I could make him a sandwich or bring him a soda or give him some of my time, just an ear. I can give my time as encouragement. That's what I like to do, to help people. So yeah, it's a balance of give and take. How are you serving others right now? Okay, and then in the subconscious, underlying, what do we have? Thank you. Three of Wands. The Three of Wands. So this is all about expansion. Watch, he's watching his ships come in. So there's something maybe you've been expecting or waiting on that you're looking forward to that's coming in. This is also like spiritual expansion. This is like action turned into the physical form. Actions you're taking are manifesting in the physical, because at the 3 we have at the 3 something comes into form, and the Three of Wands is action, fire, spirit coming into form. So your ships are coming in. You may be expanding your vessel, like they talked about in the Kabbalah. That's kind of underlying this expansion, is underlying this reading. That's what's in the subconscious, the soul seat of the reading. So and let's see, what's in the recent past and or supporting? Three of Cups. All right, so either it's celebration. This is like celebration, getting together, sharing your love with others. This is like soul tribe, soul family, like-minded people, literally like sharing your love and yourself with others. And then again at the 3, it's come into manifest. So it's like emotions, love and emotions come into manifest. So of course that would include when it's coming into form. That means you're with other people sharing that. You're not just loving on yourself. It's not just self-love. This could also literally be a celebration. Somebody had a birthday recently. Somebody had a sobriety birthday. Maybe somebody got married. Maybe you got invited to a party or a get together that is influencing somehow you giving back or volunteering your time. Okay, you'll have to let me know, please, how this resonates. Please let me know in the comments. Okay, and what is crowning the reading, please? Seven of Swords in the reverse. So this could be, at the 7, things are complex. There's mystery. And at the Swords, we're talking words, thoughts, communication. Maybe there were some confusing conversations. Maybe there were some deceitful conversations. or confusing, deceitful thoughts, invasive thoughts. This is the card of invasive thoughts, right? He's all sneaking, he's plotting and scheming. But the whole thing about this card is he watching for somebody else to like break into his place and he's armed, or is he like waiting for them to go to bed so he can get in there? So this is also a card of strategy. It doesn't have to be plotting or scheming or lying. It can be a card of strategy and really thinking something through before you act upon it. Since it's in the reverse, though, I feel like this is some sort of like invasive, like uncomfortable, like kind of grimy thinking that you're coming out of. That's crowning the reading. Or you're coming out of just like an unhealthy way of thinking, uncomfortable thoughts. I don't know, but it was in the reverse. If I read it upright, though, we're talking strategy. So maybe we'll take it that way. We're being strategic in our thoughts right now, crowning the reading. We're really analyzing. We're analyzing why we're thinking this way, and that kind of makes the most sense for what we're talking about with triggers and analyzing our thoughts, looking it over. Why is this happening? Trying to understand where the thought, where the ideas, where the triggering is coming from. So yeah, that's actually perfect. Okay, in the near future, please, angels and guides, what do we have in the near future? Put that in there so it has a chance to come out. In the near future. Oh yeah, my face. I make this silly face sometimes. Oh, we've got Page of Pentacles. Looks like a new job. Got like a new job, some new physical thing you're doing. So this could be a new health routine. But Pentacles is, most often financial. So some sort of new financial venture in the near future. That's very cool. And it's kind of like having that beginner's mindset and being teachable and, wanting to do it right and staying grounded. This is also like earth energy. So we're talking Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Okay. What else would you like the collective to know about themselves? Put that in there so it can come out if it wants to. Take that whole big thick stack. Okay, see how this goes. What else would you like them to know? Ooh, you see that one fly? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so easy does it. Like this is like really this is strong earth energy again. Very grounded. This is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is he's the slowest moving knight, but it's like financial growth and stability. Sometimes maybe it's something that you've been working on for a long time and you're getting somewhere with it, but it's solid. It's not any sort of fleeting quick schemy money or something. This is something that you're taking very seriously, taking your time on and doing it the right way. Okay, something either that could be again also a health regimen, anything in the physical. That card. Okay. Anything in the physical. Okay, angels and guides, what's the environment for this Knight of Pentacles? Take it. Tried to fly off the first time and I caught it and put it back. It really wanted to come off. Okay, Ace of Wands. So this is like new passion, new energy, divinely given. Again, so we've got the Phoenix there. That's our bird, our mascot. And this is like a divinely given, divinely guided, passionate, new energy, action. You've got action, you've got energy, you've got pace, fire, heart. something you're really like, something exciting, energetic, fire. This could also be something to do with a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Okay, what do they not see coming, please? Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups in the reverse. So, so Seven of Cups is often like you're stuck in your head. You've got a lot of choices. You've got a lot of options. Like, see, she's literally, all the cups are on the ground, but her head is like floating in the clouds. She's like kind of stuck in a daydream, kind of stuck like up. It's fun up there in the clouds with the divine, but she's not at all grounded. So seeing this in the reverse is kind of somebody is getting some clarity, maybe on making a decision. They're getting out of their head. This could be also just being triggered and ruminating thoughts, being stuck in your head, right? Which is like excessive thinking. So this is telling me that that is coming to an end. Yeah, you're getting out of that, like, stuck up in the clouds energy, coming back down to earth, verified by the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, feeling very grounded. What you don't see coming is that you're getting out of that headspace. You're done. At the Seven also of Cups, his emotions. So sevens are complex. Sevens are like mysterious, complex, and confusing, and cups are emotions and love. So maybe you're in a complex relationship right now too, but it's in the reverse, so you're coming out of it. So coming out of a complex relationship, complex train of thought, complex emotions, you're not seeing it, that you're ending that soon. And what is the overall outcome, please, angels and guides? Jeez. Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, this is also growth, right? The Seven is growing, the Seven is working, tending to, and reflecting on. So you're reflecting on how far you've come. See how she's been baking this bread. She's like so proud of her bread that she's been working on. Look at her standing there with her loaves of bread. She's making this beautiful artisanal bread, and she's taking the time to enjoy some bread for herself. She's taking the time to reflect on how far she's come, what she's done with her life, and really just like admiring her work. And it's the same way the Seven of Pentacles and the like the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. He's been tilling his garden, and he's kind of like leaning on his pitchfork, and he's looking at his garden growing, and he's been tending to it and working on it, and he's kind of standing back like, man, I'm pretty proud of like what I've done with this garden. Like, look at all these vegetables that are growing. This is great. I'm going to feed my family all winter. And so this is taking the time to reflect on how far you've come. Couldn't be a better outcome card, especially with talking about that right in the beginning when I was telling you I literally solved the problem, got out of my head by thinking about how far I've come. Wow. So they just kind of basically repeated me with this whole set of cards. We have a lot of sevens, so 777. Sevens could be a lucky number for somebody. We have threes and sevens. Threes and sevens make 10. End of cycle. We're done. So we have the Seven of Wands, which is standing up for yourself, fighting for what you believe in, creating boundaries, healthy boundaries with others, boundaries with yourself. This is a card of like self-discipline. This is also a card of self-love, caring about yourself enough to set those boundaries for yourself. So yeah, we've got 777. We have 567, 2 3s, and literally we literally have, so 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and 7 of Pentacles. All 4 suits of the sevens here. We have 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, which is 2 3s, 5 of Cups reversed. So 5 of Cups reversed, right at the 5s, we're changing. So our emotional state is changing, and we're coming out of like a difficult change in our emotional or love state, or, you know, some grief or loss possibly. Coming out of that head space into the wise inner teacher, balance out with give and take, charity work, whatever you're doing. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. What a cool reading. And how absolutely perfect for this time that we are going through. We're going to be okay. That's what I'm telling you. As long as you face your fears, right? This is standing up. This is facing your fears. This is not letting fear win. This is facing those triggers and being like, okay, God, everything happens for my greatest and highest good, or okay, whoever you, your higher power. If it's a bag of peanut butter M&Ms, at one point, my higher power was a bag of peanut butter M&Ms. That was a phase, and then look, we've got strength right under it. So we've got strength right under it. So yeah, facing your fears with strength and courage. Looking them straight in the eye. Look at that. They're looking straight in the eye. It's such like an alluring, like, ooh, card. I love this card. And yeah, we're sticking up. We're protecting our energy, protecting our boundaries, facing our fears, not letting those thoughts, those feelings, those triggers, emotion, or control us anymore. We are, this can be also being vulnerable. This vulnerability is where our power is. We are not meant to be alone on this planet. If we were, there'd only be a couple of us at a time. There are 8 billion people on this planet because we are meant to work together through things. The opposite of addiction is connection. So if you are going through a weak moment where you are feeling triggered and you feel like you're going to make a phone call or going to go see dude or run down to the liquor store, whatever, please pause. Call somebody. Reach out on here. Reach out to me. vedaruthwellness at gmail.com. The recovery oracle at gmail.com. If you email me, I will personally pray for you. I will respond, and I will talk to you. I will talk you through it. You do not have to do this alone. Please, just reach out to your groups, reach out to your fellowship, reach out to your family, reach out to whoever you can. If you do not have anybody, email me, and I'll talk you down. We'll get you out of that headspace. You're never alone. You're never alone, and that's why I'm doing this, to build this community of people in recovery who are on the path to find their divinity, find their soul's path, connect with God, and figure out why the fuck we came to Earth and what we're here to do. We're here to bring the light. We're here to get over it. And it's not easy. It's the hardest thing on Earth is addiction. But we chose this for some reason. And it sucks to not remember why, but we can kind of be reminded why through the things we've been through the people we've met, through what we have overcome, through what our strengths are, through what our talents are, our likes and our dislikes, what excites and ignites us, what gets us going. That's why we're here. We're meant to create. We're meant to be the light. We're meant to heal ourselves, heal others, and create and play and have heaven on earth. It's not meant to be miserable. It's meant to be beautiful. Alrighty. Strength. Face your fears. You're not alone. This is all beautiful stuff coming through. I am going to pull yeah, just because these are the ones I have out. Yeah, let's see what animal energy is with us right now. What animals what animal energy might be with us. Just a couple. Okay, angels and guides for the highest and greatest good of this beautiful collective of people in recovery, thinking about recovery, or with loved ones in recovery. I don't know why I did that. What animal energy should we be working with right now through this, or are we working with, representing? Thank you. Animal guidance of the highest. Woo! Okay. Yeah, see a horse. Watch and wait. Sit, watch, pause, watch and wait. Don't act on your impulses. Watch and wait, because all of this, that headspace, if you're going through it right now, it's about to get better. See, this is what you don't see coming, is you're getting out of your headspace, and the overall outcome is that you are reflecting on how far you've come and you've made it. So that is your destiny. This is predicting what's going to happen for you, if it hasn't already happened. If you're going through it right now, know that there are better days ahead. It's going to get better. Promise you. Wombat spirit, be at home. And be at home is all about being at home within yourself, feeling safe within yourself. Your heart is your home, so wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, you're home, kind of thing. But also this is about being surround yourself with good company as well. If you do not have good company, reach out, go to a meeting, reach out to this online community. There is a lot of resources for you, and you never are alone, because we always have we have an army. We have armies of angels and ancestors and ascended masters and spirit guides. I mean, you've got Archangel Daniel, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Gabriel putting themselves out here on the table to work with you. And then you've got all these ascended masters as well. Okay, we just had 3 come out. So we have Hummingbird Spirit with Be Here Now. Hummingbirds are very resourceful. They also nourish themselves and they refresh and nourish themselves from the nectar of flowers every day. So compare that to having a spiritual practice. What are you doing to take care of your spiritual vessel, to take care of your heart and your soul every day? Connecting with your higher power in some way, with meditation, with some sort of ritual, a daily practice that you do every day. Every day I get up and I pull out my cards with my coffee. I used to turn on YouTube and listen to other people read until I started reading, and then I do my own little to me readings every morning, and it's nice. Get yourself an oracle deck. You don't have to learn to read tarot, but get one of these decks that has the animals, and all these sweet messages. There's inner child oracles. There's all kinds. And they're very, very helpful. Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. Okay, we are not limited beings. We are unlimited beings, eternal souls, made of God's source consciousness, with an army of angels, ascended masters, ancestors, deities, galactic and cosmic brothers and sisters that are all cheering us on for our greatest and highest good. We are never alone, and we are infinite beings. So don't sell yourself short. Don't put yourself in a small box. And then we have Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. So you are surrounded by love at all times. Love is here for you at all times. I'm going to leave it there. There is so much love on this table. So much divine love, animal love, self-love, family love, and we got this, and we're not alone. We're getting through it together. So please like, share, comment, subscribe if this message meant anything to you. Also, if you want your own private reading, a meditation or a subliminal to get you through this tough time, for like a sleep meditation or subliminal, or some physical personal training to get that vessel all ready for all the miracles coming in, you can find the links to those services through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the description box and on my home channel. Thank you for being here. I mean that in more ways than one. Thank you for being here. My heart sees your heart. I know you. I am you, and we are in this together. Love you, wishing you a beautiful rest of the week, and we'll see you here probably tomorrow or the next day. Thank you so much. Bye for now.